Okay, so working on this, it's a 50-gallon heat pump water heater. I had an ECC code, reset the unit, turned it back on, set it to efficiency to run the heat pump. Currently it's working. Have a 12.5 degree temperature difference between return and supply. Filter's clean. So if it stays like this, then what we'll end up doing is checking the thermistors and probably the capacitor for the compressor. Those would be the only things that typically should cause intermittent issues with the compressor and getting that ECC code. All right, so it's been running for about 8 or 10 minutes, and now I've got the ECC code again, so we're probably gonna shut this off, and we'll call A.O. Smith, and they'll probably have me check the thermistors in the top here and that capacitor as well. But I'm leaning towards the thermistors now. Alrighty, so pulled the top off, and apparently for this one, I've not had to do this for A.O. Smith ones maybe before or not, or maybe it was just a different model heat pump water heater. But all three of the thermistors, that one in here, I believe, and then one down here at one of the return bins of the coil. All of them come through the same bit of plastic tubing, end up right here, and they're even labeled on the board. You can see, let's see, coil suction discharge. Okay, so I took the top off kind of for no reason, but all three thermistors run through one thing. It's got all three of them in there. We've got all three of them going into this plug here that goes in the board there. That is labeled from left to right as discharge, suction, and coil. So I'm checking what should be my coil thermistor right now, and I got 9.9 kilo ohms. And then let's see. So coil, or suction, I mean. Come on, get on there. 8.6, 8.5. And then discharge. Now this thing was running for a bit, so I'd expect this one to be to be off. But either way, like I said earlier, we're gonna end up calling A.O. Smith, and I'll let them know what the measurements were. That one's 35. Okay, so either this one's out of range or the other two are out of range. Likely. It has been off for a bit, but that's the discharge one, I guess. So I'm gonna call A.O. Smith, let them know what I got, and we'll see what they say. But my guess is they'll probably say we'll just replace the three thermistors. Okay, so called A.O. Smith, talked to him about the resistance readings I was getting for thermistors. She just asked me some questions and got to the point of asking me if there was any sort of pump on the system. I told her yes. We got this pump here. And she said, well, first thing we'd have to do is remove it. These heat pump water heaters do not work well. That's all she said. They do not work well with circulation pumps on them. Okay, so just overview of everything that's happened. Came here. Customer said that they were getting an ECC code here, which I saw. Verified, reset it. It ran. I put it in efficiency mode, which should be just the heat pump, which is what it's doing now. Nice cold air coming out. It ran for about 8 to 10 minutes, and no problems. And then it tripped and said ECC again. I checked the thermistors. Gave all that information to A.O. Smith. They said that this circulation pump here on the side is the problem. I've not installed one of those before, but to me it's just a pump, so it shouldn't close or anything. So I've just got it unplugged. They said to remove it. Customer doesn't want to pay any more money for like labor and everything for removal of the pump. So I just unplugged it, and then I'm just putting the screws back in right now. And then we'll, you know, by the time I'm done, it should have been about 10 minutes since this thing's turned on. So we'll see. We'll see if it shuts off again while I'm standing here. If it does, then like I said, A.O. Smith said they want to remove that pump before I do anything else. Okay, so let the thing run for a little bit. Got all the screws back in. And you know, even with the pump unplugged, it still trips on ECC. So it looks like as far as A.O. Smith's concerned, the customer has to get this pump removed before they'll say to do anything else. But in the meantime, I guess they're just gonna set it to electric, and just until they can get this part removed.